My faith story is ongoing. I'll start by saying that it's definitely ongoing. Um, but and I think it's odd, like anybody else who's growing in their faith. Like you were introduced to this concept that there's something to believe in beyond yourself in a very strange way. Or maybe it was conventional. I don't know. Maybe it was. Um, but it wasn't. I don't want to say it was dramatic, but it kind of was dramatic now that I actually thought about saying it out loud. But I'll just get right into it. So when I was about 8 years old, actually, rewind. Before I was 8 years old, I have this very, very clear memory, y'all. Like this very clear memory of being like 3. And I'm walking in the house to our garage, and I remember turning to my mom in like tears and like telling my mom I didn't want to go to hell. And I don't think my mom understood what I was saying. I like when I say this memory is clear, I can like see myself. I remember the Elmo like romper jumpsuit thing I was wearing and just being like so scared. Where did I ever hear that was what was gonna happen to me? I don't know, but I remember I remember feeling like that and being so scared and so sad. It could have been for my grandmother, because my step adopted whatever, I don't really know, grandmother was like an old lady from the South, and she would just ramble about the Bible and just like have me sit there. But I don't know, but I remember that like being 3 and kind of like like my mom being like, okay. But really, it starts when I was 8. When I was 8 years old, my parents worked really, really hard. My dad worked in New York doing construction, and my mom was a banker by day, and she, I think, was a night auditor for a hotel. So she would work like 8 to 5 and then 7 to 6, I think, or 11 to 6, 11 to 6. She would work 8 to 5 and then 11 to 6. And so, like, you could tell she was tired. Like, my mom would work a lot. And kind of explains why I work in finances now, but that's another story for another time. But they ended up leaving us home alone. I'm the youngest of 3 brothers from my mother. I'm one of many from my father. That's the story for another time, too. So she left us home alone. It was me and my 3 brothers. My dad was in New York. My mom was at work. So both my parents are working. We're home alone. We do a bunch of nonsense, like we're play fighting, we're jumping off of roofs during the day, like we're just grace of God. Grace of God, y'all. Like we're just out here. And I remember it was hot and we didn't have air conditioning, we didn't have central air, and I remember saying, we can use the blow dryer. And we take the blow dryer and we plug it in and put it on the cooling setting, and we start blow drying each other's faces to cool down. We never plugged it out. And it got kicked under the bed, and the bed still had a bunch of plastic under it, because I guess we had just like unwrapped the top of the bed and then put the sheets on, then left it, and that was just how the bed was, like in the frame. And it was on all day, and I went to sleep. I'm 8. This is not my room either. This is my mother's room. So I'm 8. I go to sleep in her bed in the middle of the day, or like middle of the evening. My brothers, they go off into their room. They're playing video games. The hairdryer has been on all day. It eventually catches fire, and the bed catches on fire. Obviously, I'm still here to tell the tale. No burn marks in sight. It is after that my mom makes us start going to church. And so that is my introduction to Christianity and faith. My formal introduction is because my mom basically almost lost her kids in a house fire. The bed did catch fire. I was in the bed. My brothers got me out of the bed. We called 911. Like I said, clearly I'm okay, but that begins my journey of going to church. So, yeah, I don't really know where this is going, but stay tuned for more, y'all. I'm going to share my faith journey and where I was then to where I am now. Peace.